Hi, I'm James from CleverTouch. I'm the UK sales manager for the digital signage range CleverLive. What I want to quickly do today is take you around our Scotland showroom and show you some of the reasons why CleverLive is such a valid product for any company, school, business moving forward. So a couple of the first things that you will see is CleverLive is essentially on every single CleverTouch product. So it doesn't matter if you've got existing screens, like these are interactive displays behind me. If you've got any of the existing interactive displays, you can utilize CleverLive. One of the really perfect things about CleverLive is it is subscription free. So there are no ongoing costs unless you want to increase the storage, of which that is very, very rare. The other thing that's really great is it's browser-based and cloud-based. So you can access, manage, update, and control your content from wherever you are in the world. And lastly, it's designed to be simple to use. So anybody can utilize the product. They can send, update, and manage that content very, very easily. So as part of CleverTouch, being on every single CleverTouch product, what I wanted to do today is to quickly show you through some of the hardware that we have got in this showroom and that you guys can purchase for your establishment. So of course, behind me are the interactive displays. They come with digital signage embedded. However, what I'm going to do is actually show you that we have got a range, a plethora of different things that you can utilize. Now, firstly, if you have existing displays, we have media players that you can use. There is two forms of media players. There is our Android base, which is called our Pico 11, and there is our Windows base, which is called our Protect player. They are designed to plug into any display via HDMI. They need some form of network and power, and then they can show CleverLive in its entirety with, again, no subscription cost because you've purchased a piece of hardware from CleverTouch. Behind the camera here is our CL screens. So the CLs are essentially a media player, but also a commercial non-touch display. So as you can see, we've got a landscape and a portrait here. Comes with either, you just have to choose the appropriate mounting bracket. Now what's great about these is, again, they need a single power socket and some form of data, but you have full multi-zone signage. So you can put whatever type of digital signage you want on these displays and run it. This one's actually running 4K videos, so you can choose whatever it is that you need at that particular time. But also, what's fantastic about the CL displays is they are multi-purpose. You've got options. Firstly, you've got options of size. So you can go from 43 all the way up to 98 inch and every single size in between to enable you to have different options for your environment. Secondly, what's great about these products is they also come with CleverShare, our wireless casting. Now you can utilize things like Miracast, Chromecast, or AirPlay with that. However, what we would recommend is utilizing our CleverShare app. Completely up to you. So what I've got is a laptop here with the CleverShare app running. This little number up at the top, that is showcasing the code. That code will change every 10 minutes. Benefit of this is I can type in 025089. That will then say connected. I can then press start on my laptop. I can mirror my entire desktop. Then what will happen is my desktop will appear on the screen. Now, I haven't had to choose any remotes or find anything there. That's up there. Now, as soon as I'm finished, I can go to the top and stop mirroring. And then what will happen is it will relaunch the signage from where it left off. So it's one of those really nice products where you can do quick huddle meetings or full sessions if you want to, knowing full well that digital signage will then reappear behind. So perfect for an open area, but also perfect for a meeting space too. So you can use it in multiple different purposes. Now what we're going to do actually is, this is great for on the wall, but what if you needed a freestanding unit? So we have a range of Totem displays. So this one here is our 55-inch touch Totem. It also comes as a 65-inch as well. These units are really great. They're freestanding, single power socket. Again, need a connection to the network because of the fact that CleverLive is cloud-based. But we can go on there, design whatever content we want, and if I wanted to understand more about product information, I could click on that. It will then link me into a different page, and if I wanted to understand a little bit more about our digital signage software, I can then have a look. And also, if I really wanted to, I've got the ability to go into things like web pages too, with no URL to kind of go through and change. And also, there is a floating keyboard on there that we can utilize to fill out things like forms. So you could even utilize, as we have here, for things like sign-ins and stuff too. Now, again, what's really nice about the system is after a period of inactivity, in this case, it will be 15 seconds, it will go back to wherever it was previously. So ready for the next user, and also any data that may have been entered into that form would be wiped entirely. There's no GDPR problems there. Now this is our touch totem. We do also have a non-touch totem through in the other space as well. So we do find that there are applications for both. Some people want to have it for wayfinding and things in which the touch totem is better. However, some people just want to utilize the totem for standard digital signage display stuff. So this one here is our non-touch. This is a 49-inch. It also comes in a 55-inch, as you can see, entirely freestanding, single power socket. Now, because everything, as you see, is done via CleverLive, you would manage this all from the cloud, of course. In this case, we've got a video playing with some text-based information. It's completely up to you how you want to utilize the system. It's just a really great product. The other things that we find is, what if you wanted to do what the CL does? So what if you wanted to have digital signage on a screen, any display, but you also wanted the ability to wirelessly share and wirelessly cast to it? You've already got a display, you don't want to purchase the CL Pro. What we have is this product called the Clever Hub. So what the Clever Hub does is that lets us plug into any existing display and do exactly what we did before. So you can see this is a completely different display, HDMI, power, data, of course. It's got the same code that we used before, so we can still use CleverShare, but also it's got CleverLive running on it as standard. Now, I may not want to use that. So what I can do is every hub comes with one of these little dongle displays. So what this dongle is, it's USB-C only, so it will only work with USB-C laptops, but I can take the dongle, I can plug it into this laptop. What it will do is it will flash a bit while it's synchronizing, but then once it's synchronized, all I then need to do is press the button, and then just like before, I'm on screen, but with no requirement for an app. There is no executable files that we push through to a laptop or require either. All it is a peer-to-peer connection straight through. So I've got full kind of wireless sharing. I can go through my presentations, and then as soon as I'm done, I press the dongle, it goes back to the digital signage, and away we go. So again, that's another really great product, and it brings through CleverLive digital signage, but also with wirelessly share. Now, one note on this dongle as well, this CleverCast dongle, is of course it comes with the hub, and of course you can purchase more if you need more. However, you can also purchase these and pair these with the CL Pros as well. So if you didn't want the hub, but you did want to purchase a CL Pro, the one with the full wireless sharing plus digital signage, you can also purchase one of these. So again, great for a meeting space, but also any huddle spaces or digital signage spaces required. We're going to move through. We're going to look at our room booking system now. So we're seeing a massive shift towards room booking, trying to maintain people's rooms, maintain the spaces, ensure that it's always been used. This is our room booking system, LEDs all the way around the outside. It links with Google and also links with Office 365, depending on which one you guys are utilizing. You can customize almost everything about this interface, from the background, how big the clocks are, the button size, all of that stuff. Really, really great, and it's straightforward to use. The ability to go on and just book a room, as in this case, or we've got things like finish early if we wanted to stop our meetings early. Maybe we've booked an hour meeting and actually we only needed 20 minutes. And again, you've got red lights when it's in use, green lights when it's free. There's also things like claim room and all of those really nice features. Because it's part of the CleverLive ecosystem, what you may have noticed previously as well is on the portrait CL screen, there is a preview of what is in the room as well. So we can push the room booking information to any digital signage screen too, ensuring, as it's part of our ecosystem, ensuring that everyone within the building is exactly aware of what meetings are going on where. Of course, you can hide subjects and you can hide organizers, etc. Final product that we also have is our LEDs. So with our LED screens, they come from 120-inch all the way to 299-inch. Different pixel pitches depending on what the requirement is of that particular individual. So we've got this as an option, and it's one of those really, really great options for these really impactful spaces. This one here is 120-inch just for size scale. Now, as part of that and as part of the LEDs, of course, we are utilizing CleverLive on it. One of the great features of CleverLive is our QR control feature. So this lets any individual access the screen by walking up with a device, scanning a QR code. And then what that does is that basically pops a interface on their device. So in this interface here, we've used a hotel example. I can go on here and I can say, well, actually, I'm interested in a guide to Edinburgh. I'm interested in what Edinburgh does. That doesn't change this. It doesn't change that person's device. It changes the screen. Now, of course, I've designed the buttons. I've given people access to the buttons that I want to give them access to. They can't go and choose whatever. But I can go through and I can flick through information depending on what I want to see that particular time. So it makes digital signage from something that is just boring to look at, something that I can actually engage and interacting, and also use this almost like a TV remote to choose what I want to see. Now, of course, I'm using an iPad. Most places would use a phone, but you hopefully get the idea. It's a bit clearer on video. The other thing that you can see is after a time period, it will default to any URL of their choice. So in this case, I've gone to our CleverTouch website to arrange a form. The whole premise of that being hopefully someone sees something, goes on the form, and then actions something after, but it could easily be sign up for a newsletter or any other the things that you want to see. The final thing that CleverLive is also excellent at, other than just being really nice to show any form of media, is we can also pre-program buttons, alerts to appear on any mobile device. So if I wanted to, I could hit one button, and then what that would do is that would send a form of alert message to any screen. So this is inclusive to the interactive displays as well. The nice thing about the interactive displays is if I'm on the whiteboard or a PowerPoint or anything other, it will also override. Now I've just pressed all clear. That's then stopped everything, and it's gone back to displaying whatever it was displaying previously. So it's a really, really nice feature and something that you can have pushed out for the entire ecosystem to ensure that people are messaged correctly. But also, it could just be there's a minute silence in 2 minutes. It could be someone's parked over a particular loading bay. It could be any form of example. It doesn't have to be the big, bright red, scary alert. However, that is a really, really nice use case. Now, of course, if anyone wants any more information or if anyone wants to see CleverLive as a demonstration, please get in touch. Go to clevertouch.com or contact your local representative, and we'll be sure we'll be able to sort you out. Thank you very much.